Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Surge Equestrian League for April. As you can see on your screens, that's the course walk fly-through for the small tour, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish Diane Penny a very good evening.
Thank you so much, and yes, welcome back to everyone this afternoon. I'm glad we can all see some spectators in the grandstand, and welcome as well to our riders and competitors this afternoon for our next class, which is our small tour.
Small tour always gets a fair bit of participation. We've got 23 competing here, and this is going to be a very, very tightly contested competition, Diane. These small course riders, they really do go for the jugular.
We did say that this morning, and with quite a few questions and a few hiccups this morning, so let's see what these riders can deliver now. Our small tour is going to be a class of a 1 meter 10, so these are the jump sizes that we're looking at now this afternoon, and we're looking at a speed of 350 meters per minute with a total course length of 460 meters. We will be having the same again this morning, 11 obstacles and 13 efforts. So let's see what the riders can pull out of their bag this afternoon.
They're all currently walking the course, getting their distances spot on, and figuring out exactly how many strides between jumps. I think if the morning is anything to go by, the standard of riding has been surprisingly high for me. I wouldn't say surprisingly, I'd say pleasingly high for me.
Pleasingly is definitely the word. And we had some really interesting course options this morning. Lots of short turns, there's little surprises along the way, and some very, very fast times too. So let's see if we can get some clear rounds. We're quite surprised this morning with the very few clear rounds, but let's hope this afternoon will bring us a few more.
It's most likely and probable that we will see a lot more clear rounds. Now this is once again against the clock format, so you got to go all the way from jump number 1 to jump number 11. There's just no step letting off the gas, is there?
Yes, a couple of our riders were caught a little bit short this morning, going way beyond the time limit, set at 79 seconds for this class. So let's see how our riders do. And this morning, I think also our course designer was quite surprised by some of the choices taken. And I think at one stage he had to step out and have a relook at his course plan, because our class before really did do some marvelous tricks and some superb riding.
Now someone that's already got the experience this morning is our 10th competitor coming in, Mohammed Amaan Ali on Flying Champ. He was the winner of the novice tour this morning. So definite advantage. I mean, he'll have the confidence. He's already been in this arena. He'll think he knows this course, so the course is absolutely different from what it was this morning. But confidence has always been such a big part of this game.
Absolutely. And as well, we have some young riders and young horses. And obviously, the young horses give the riders a bit of a challenge. Sometimes they do back off a bit. So this really is about keeping the consistency, maintaining the same pace, and ensuring the horses are very well connected with the riders' thoughts going into these fences.
We'd like to inform all the viewers and also anyone watching this online, horse number 6 coming in, Saravanan Isma Boy, will now be coming in last in this round. Bit of a change in the start order that's been announced well in advance before the round and the class starts.
Yes, and just to share with you our course designer this afternoon for the whole weekend, actually. And for this afternoon, we have Jody Afarnu from Belgium, who has joined us, set up some really nice courses so far. He's been supported in the warm-up area by our international steward, Anne Denier, who's joining us over here from France. And our judges this afternoon, we have Colonel Rahul Daga and Colonel Javier Singh representing India.
Truly international amalgamation of judges here, and of course Diane Penny herself is an English woman from Dubai. So yes, there's a very, very large international presence here, and we appreciate everyone taking the time out to be here at the Surge Equestrian League.
It's always nice to get an invitation to come and spend time here. It's a really lovely venue. And this year, bringing along with it clipmyhorse.tv, which is a great sponsor and really does give the riders the opportunity to re-watch their rounds over and over again. And for those of their family members and other supporters who couldn't be here, it gives them a chance to be part of the event too.
Yes, definitely do subscribe to clipmyhorse.tv. That is the absolute ultimate equestrian destination globally.
And also a special thank you to all of our sponsors who once again this year have come back to support the Surge Equestrian League in 2026. We have Mantine Group, Sky Bets, ABI Attachments, of course, as we just said, Clip My Horse TV, Divis, TRM, and Equine Nutrients.
Well, we're here, live pictures of the warm-up arena. We've got 3 minutes to go before our first competitor enters the arena, and that will be Balaji Vijayshankar, astride one of his old favorites, Lucifer. He will be representing the home team's third stable, and he has head collar number 6.
Yes, and joining us in the arena this afternoon, we have quite a few stables that have entered. So obviously our home stable, Surge, and we have EIRS, Hova, who are always put in some very, very fast rounds. And I think our top two this morning came in from the same stable. We have FSS and URB.
Yes, and the Amateur Riders Club is here all the way from Mumbai. So it's a wide variety of clubs that show up for the Surge Equestrian League, as they should, because this is undoubtedly India's premier show jumping and dressage competition.
The course today will still be run under Table A, so that means that as the ponies go round these courses, if they do knock a fence down, it is a 4 penalty, and for a refusal there are also 4 penalties. Time allowed, as we said, was 79 seconds, so any time over that will also include time penalties.
Right, our first competitor there on your screen, Balaji Vijayshankar on Lucifer. He's making his way out of the warm-up arena, making his way towards the competition arena. Could the course designer Jody please approach the judges box? The judges would like a word. Meanwhile, lovely looking chestnut is Lucifer. Balaji looking calm and collected as he waits for the judges to give him the bell for him to kick off the small tour for April. He's won this a fair few times before, so he knows what it takes to win the small tour. And Lucifer, a horse who's jumped significantly higher, but when I asked Balaji earlier in the day why he was doing the small tour, he said he's just trying to bring the horse back slowly, bring him back to some nice rounds, and would rather start it off with 110 centimeters. Lucifer's jumped 130, 140 very easily. There we go, the bell's given for our first rider. Ladies and gentlemen, the small tour is underway. And he crosses the start line easily over 1.
And clear on 2 down the far side. Approaching the combination now at 3. Very nicely done there.
He's maintaining a steady rhythm through the course at this point.
And lovely jump there over the fan number 5.
He hasn't missed a step in the first part of this course. As I say that, he has a refusal at 6, which will cost him 4 penalties. Turns around, approaches again, and this time he's nicely over it.
And sometimes it is just about the horse just getting a little bit nervous going into jumps, and it's just about the rider picking them up again, encouraging them, and that's a retirement there by Balaji and Lucifer van den Hemel from Sir Stables.
I do believe that that's something to do with his tack. Some part of his tack has come loose, and he's made the wise call to retire there. A bit of the equipment's dropped there into the arena, if someone could take a look at it. But for whatever it's worth, the first few jumps with Lucifer, he looked quite nice because he hasn't been in competition for a really long time. So he's been rusty and didn't look it for the first bit. Our next competitor, Nikolay Campari, head collar number 53, representing the Embassy International Riding School. Nikolay says that this is one of his favorite horses, and boy did he really look good in the warm-up rounds yesterday. So I wish him the very best of luck.
And Nikolay will actually be joining us this afternoon in this tour for 3 rides. So this is 1 of 3. Let's see how he gets on.
He's picked up a steady canter as he approaches the start line.
And a very nice jump. Very nice jump and a bit of expression after that. Clear there on 2 and making his turn now 4 fences 3A and B. Clear on 4 and heading for fence number 5. Now this is where Balaji had some problems earlier. Let's see. Clear on 6. Knocking there on 7, but the pole has stayed up.
Lucky, lucky. Now will this be our first clear round? I've got a good feeling about this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, me and my feelings.
You've been a bit bad luck this morning, and it seems to have carried forward to this afternoon.
Four penalties for Nikolay. Very unlucky to have brought down 9 with the hind legs. But I think he'll be pretty pleased with the way Campari's performed there. It's a young horse, young partnership. So always a learning curve. Always a learning curve.
Yes, very well done there with Nikolay. And next in the arena we had Adhav Kandhasamy, and he's riding Obito from Kovai Stable, head collar number 36. And I'm sure this is going to be a little bit of a speed round for them, but let's see what Adhav has up his sleeve.
This might be a bit of a tongue twister for you, but it's Adhav Kandhasamy. Very talented young riders, Adhav. And he's got a bit of fire in the belly. I like to see that in young riders. The ones that want to go out there and want to do their best. Always leave it all out there on the course. Very nice positive start there from Obito. The clearance over these jumps suggests that he can go much higher than this 110 for this small tour.
A little bit of hesitation there coming into 3A, a bit longer in the air that we'd like to see, but he got it together for fence B. Now seems to have got back into his stride, so that's really good to see how that's been recovered for such a young rider.
I thought the fan jump at 5 would cause problems for a lot of the riders, but it's been a jump that most of them have cleared quite comfortably.
Yes, definitely a nice jump, and the horses seem to enjoy it as well. And a very big jump there over fence 9. So that's a 7 stride that needs to go in there between 8 and 9. So very well cleared there.
This is looking good. Is this gonna be? Yes, it is. Our first clear round of the evening. Well done, Adhav Kandhasamy.
And his time there was given at 71.42. So well done.
We have our new leader.
Next in the arena, we welcome Hiba Gabriel, and she's riding Ascot Adhav from FSS and head collar number 47.
One of the bravest and most talented young ladies in the sport at this point is Hiba Gabriel. Let me tell you something, she doesn't allow horses to bully her.
We've had quite a few nice, well-rounded female riders riding this morning, giving some of the boys a peace of mind as well. Quite confident in their riding abilities. I think Gathika was very good this morning, very confident, and we've seen how she's grown over the last couple of months.
Hiba's going at a pace that looks like she's competing for the podium today. Cuts inside, nice, the first rider to do that. So split times already significantly in Hiba's favor. Adhav might be holding on to that leader spot only for one rider, we'll find out.
Bit of encouragement there on fence number 6. Nicely cleared on 7.
A bit of a stumble after the jump, but well recovered.
And you could see her pushing him forward for that number 9.
Yeah, the
really picking up speed there.
He stretched out a little bit going into 9, did Ascot. One final fence for everyone to say hello. Oh man, that I don't know about Hiba, that hurt me. The slightest of touches on the final 11. Slightest of touches, and it took forever to fall.
She will be very disappointed for that. We honestly thought she had that one in the bag, but a fortunate 4 faults there on the final fence, but in a time 67.03.
Very good round by Hiba. I think that should give her a lot of confidence.
She did great, and see her out tomorrow, see what she can deliver us then. Next in the arena, we are going to have Basavraju riding Milan S. He's in bridle number 7. Representing Surge Stable.
Basavraju has not come in here. That is currently inside the arena is Kiran Akhade, and he's 5. Kiran Akhade on Dolce Vita, head number 29, representing United Riders Barn, is the 5th rider to come in the small tour. Apologies for that slight error.
My apologies. This is what happens when you write too many notes on your piece of paper. You can't read what you've written anymore. So Kiran actually joined us this morning in both of the earlier classes, novice, riding Cyber Boom, and also in the medium tour, and placing in both of those competitions.
Dolce Vita, an extremely talented show jumper, another horse who's got only one eye and has recently moved to URB. She's won many a competition previously with Yashan Khambata. And she's another mare who just gives her all. Always moving forward, always so positive.
very much enjoying herself out there. Very forward as well, coming into these jumps. Really having to sit back and hold it before the fences so she doesn't become too flat. And now heading into our into our related distance jumps, 8 and 9. Should be a 7 stride in there.
She's gone around the first part of this course very, very nicely.
Coming into our final fence. And clear on
New
final.
leader alert! Kiran Akhade has a fabulous round there with Dolce Vita. Absolutely fabulous. 71.31 is what he stopped the clock at. So he is most definitely our brand new leader. And that is the time to beat going around this course, 71.31 seconds.
It was very tight, 0.1 of a second, so very, a tenth of a second. Next to go, number 7. Am I right this time?
Absolutely, that is Basavraju Milan, head collar number 1, representing the home team, Surge Stable. Now Milan, another horse from Surge that hasn't necessarily been competing regularly, but another very, very talented horse. Most of the horses of Surge have seen 130, 140 heights, and this should not really be a challenge for them height-wise. Yes, practice-wise,
he's making it look easy out there, but very well ridden as well by the rider. Really sitting back, making sure not rushing into these fences.
Basavraju won the medium tour earlier this in the morning with an absolutely sensational ride on Quintani. Different sort of horses, Quintani and Milan, but he is making this look very, very easy at this point. He cuts inside 11, first rider drew that, saves a couple of seconds there as he goes to 9.
Rattled the fence on 8, but it has stayed up and clear on 9, coming into our final stretch of this round.
Steadies Milan for the combination, beautifully done. If he gets clear over this, he is our brand new leader at 68 and change. 67.59 is what the judges box tells me, and that is putting some real pressure on the rest. So Basavraju, the first clear round in the 60s, and that's what they're gonna have to do if they want to be on the podium. A clear round in the high 60s is apparently the way to go if you want to win the small tour here today. In the arena now, Nitin Gupta on Leonardo Van Holli. An absolutely legendary figure in the sport is Nitin Gupta.
So looks like we're just doing some adjustment on the time at the end. There seemed to have been a bit of a technical error. We just wanted to make sure that's working properly before the judges will ring the bell and Nitin can get underway.
Yeah, in a sport where 0.1 of a second can make such a big difference, you gotta get the timer spot on.
Absolutely. Okay, and we can see now just coming in, looking very confident and settled in their approach to fence number 1. horse looks to be a bit more steady, controlled in all of the approaches. So really been ridden well by his rider. Into the combination here, 3A and B, and clear.
Leonardo is another horse that has competed 140, 150. So this course, again, should not be a problem for him height-wise. It certainly doesn't look like Nitin's going for the time. I think he's very clear that he's bringing this horse out to give him a nice experience, show him the ground, give him a nice clear round.
And they're doing a great job at that clear round, so that's what we'd like to see. Sometimes it's just about building the horse's confidence, especially as we're just at the beginning of the season, so we want to start off really, really well and ensure that the horses can develop and move their way up through the different stages. Clear through on 8 and 9.
It's been textbook till now. Absolutely fantastic takeoff spots, and this has just been a pleasure to watch. And I would have been very surprised if that last fence had come down. Nitin Gupta, he's got it. He always had it. He had never lost it. Fabulous clear round there with Leonardo van Holli. Should give the horse a whole lot of confidence.
So he will pick up some time penalties there for that, even though it was a clear round. But, you know, we like to see horses go around very, very controlled and in a very, very lovely motion as well. Not stressed out and really enjoying his ride.
The time penalties were a foregone conclusion, even in the first half of the course. We always knew he wasn't going to make it within the designated time, but he is a trainer first, a rider second now. So he was certainly giving his horse a nice training round.
And probably showing his riders as well how it's done. Next in the arena we have Amogha Datla riding S.Captain 16, head collar number 21, representing HERC.
Captain, a horse that spent a large part of his time right here at Surrey Stable, and I was pretty lucky to get to ride him in the mornings, so I have a major soft spot for this horse. Amogha turns in, comes and makes 4 at a very good angle.
And takes the inside there as well after
inside
5.
for 5. He means business today. Go, Captain. Can you become a general today? The way you're going, it is possible. Let's go. Split timings very much in Captain's favor at this stage.
Well, there's a hesitation there at 9, just judging that fence a bit tight, but still clear, heading for our final 3 jumps.
The grandstand should cheer him on because this is not going to be close. This is going to be an absolute demolition. 61.02, that's how you go around a speed class. Woohoo, Captain. Didn't know he had that in him, and I'm so happy for him. So happy for him. Amogha Varsha Datla is your new leader.
That was very fast, but very, very enjoyable to watch.
And, I mean, again, he's showing all the younger riders. You cut the corners. You get the horse in the right spot. That's how you save the time. You don't save time by just going flat out galloping across the track.
Absolutely. Now we have into our arena our winner in the novice class this morning, Mohammed Amaan Ali, riding Flying Champ, head number 16, representing Rancho de Caballo.
He showed us this morning that he has the street smarts to figure a course out and Google map his way through it to avoid traffic, to avoid any signals. Can he do this again in the small tour? Most likely, he will put on a very big show for us. But boy, Captain's put the pressure on him right now, hasn't he, with a 61 and change timing.
He has definitely set the pace, and there's a lot of pressure now on the riders to follow. What are they going to do, and are they going to follow the same Google Maps directions that he set? Clear on 1, taking a wider angle into 2.
Oh dear, and he seems to have lost his way. That's a refusal right there. taking a wide berth with Flying Champ. Now approaches the combination at 3. A and B safely negotiated. Goes around 11 to approach 4.
Looks like we're definitely going to play it safe now. Got taking the wider angles and no cutting in, preparing for our fence number 6. And you can see the difference it makes from the novice class of 90 centimeters to a bigger class at 1 meter 10. Change the style of the rider and the horse as they approach these fences. What they don't want is to knock the confidence and ruin everything that they've worked on to get them to here.
Yes, stark contrast. And I mean, who would imagine that just 20 centimeters can make such a big difference? But the proof is in the pudding. It's right there for everyone to see.
Another rattle there on the back pole, but has stayed up. Final fence.
Well done. Oh,
Dropped on a final fence there.
Someone needs to go check that pole on number 11 because it takes its own sweet time to fall over. It's such an afterthought. It's an echo.
It is. It really always takes its time there, but it's also the worst pole to drop. That final fence, worst pole. First and final pole, always the worst.
As you ride away from it, you can almost hear it in slow motion falling, and the whole world stops, and all you can hear is that thud as it hits the ground.
Well done to Mohammed there anyway, and we'll be seeing him tomorrow, and best of luck.
Right, in the arena now is head collar number 52, that is Nikolay, astride Kara, once again from the Embassy International Riding School.
Yeah, so this is his second ride in this class this afternoon. So let's see how we're going to perform on this ride. Also looking like a very strong contender. Does like her jumping.
I think Embassy's made the decision to send a fair few of their young horses to come and compete at Surge, and that's probably why all of them are being ridden by Nikolay, because he wants to get them a good feel of not only the course but also train them a bit, because young horses would probably need significantly more experience than the older horses. Boy, this guy's jumping big.
Clearance.
Big hang time. Big hang time. The photographers must be loving it because they'll get him in the air for a good tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3 seconds.
So he is playing it safe by taking the outside stride. However, between the fences is...
Oh dear, and he has his first refusal there at 6. I think he saw that coming from a couple of strides away.
Yeah, we could hear it. We could hear it. But slow him down now for this one. Approach in a much more structured manner. And there's the clear.
Uh-oh. That's it. Stop right here in front of our media box.
And sometimes they just get hot the more they jump. They just get hotter through the course. And this is something that as the young horses have to get to go through. And that's how they learn and develop. And it takes a really strong rider to be able to give that to them. Now, Nikolay has asked to jump another fence, which has been approved by the judges, and this just reinforces confidence back in the horse.
Yeah, you don't want a horse to think that if he refuses a jump, it's game over and end of the day's play. And that was done lovely. Absolutely lovely jump over 1 again. And I think Nikolay won't be too disappointed with this because whatever Kara jumped, he jumped real big.
Very big, just kept speeding up between the fences, and that's when the concentration goes and the line gets missed. Next in the arena we have head collar number 60. This is Disanth Anil riding Kanjo, representing our home ground here, Surge Stable.
I've been watching young Disanth practice right here early in the morning at Surge. He's a avid cricketer as well. Sometimes shows up in his cricket whites instead of his breeches. But a young man with a whole lot of spirit and a whole lot of let's go attitude. So I hope this round goes really well for him in Kanjo.
entry there on to fence number 1. And fence 2 was actually very well taken, and this preparation for fence 3 has been good.
Dishanth's put in the man-hours, let me tell you that. He spent a lot of time showing up here in the morning and spending the time with the horse, trying to build a partnership, build a relationship. And I think that shows in the first half of this course at least. Steady. Nicely done. Oh dear. Unlucky to bring down 7 with his hind legs.
Clear on 8 through this related distance to 9. Clear on 9 as well, and approaching the last 3 fences.
I have to say this, I think he was mighty unlucky. He was, it happened right here in front of the media box, less than a couple of meters from where we're sitting. He was mighty unlucky. Slightest of brush with the hind legs brought down the 7 pole. It was a very, very nice round otherwise, and Dishanth should take a lot of confidence from that. Well done, young man.
Absolutely. You could hear the trainers asking him to hold the horse back a bit so it didn't flatten out, and that's exactly what happened. So something to take away with, and hopefully tomorrow when we see them again, lessons learned.
Even I was watching him from 6 to 7, and the only thing I said was steady.
Next in the arena we have AJS, and he's riding Coco Canan Z from Surge Stables, and he has his head collar number 10.
This is a superstar for Surge. Ajay and Coco Canan have placed in virtually, if not one, virtually every single competition that they have taken part in over the last 6 months. So touchwood, these guys have got a fantastic partnership going together, and I expect it to continue unhindered.
Little hesitation there coming into fence number 2. Obviously he took a tighter line to it, but has recovered. And nicely clear on the combination A and B.
Coco, another horse who is a delight for the photographers. He's got a lot of hang time in the air. Now this is looking good on time. Nicely done, over 7.
Now preparing for our fence 8 and related distance to 9. Let's see what they can do if it's going to be a 7 stride. Clear on 9.
Well, he's not going to be the new leader, but I'm sure a clear round will give him a lot of confidence.
Don't jinx it. There we go, clear round there. And a time of 67.77.
Told ya, he's our superstar. Every single competition over the last 6 months that this pair has competed in, they have finished on the podium.
He'll be very happy with that, but as you said, consistency is key.
Consistency. Oh, he is Mr. Consistent himself, I tell ya. Ajay is a very, very consistent rider.
And he's a real pleasure to watch ride as well. He really doesn't let things get to him too much, so really nice to see that. Next in the arena, we're going to have Prithvi Krishna on Zaran. Now he's representing Kovai, our speed stable, we call them, and head collar number 37.
Now Prithvi had one of those so close yet so far moments this morning. He was leading with what I thought was an absolutely unbeatable time till Basavraju came in and destroyed it by about 3 or 4 seconds. One of the best rounds I've seen ever. So let's not take anything away from Prithvi Krishna's effort, and I'm sure he'll be dying to make amends and get back in pole position. Let's see how it works out for the young man.
And the worst pole to knock is the first one.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate 4 faults there on our first fence, but clear on 2. So it looks like he's going to take the outside on these just to keep building the confidence in the horse at this height, not trying to take out too much on its sharp turns, which is nice to see.
Do you know, Diane, the only word that's coming to my mind right now is maturity. For a young rider to know that he's dropped the first pole and then back off for the rest of this round shows maturity well beyond his years. A lot of other riders might have got frazzled by that and gone even faster or reacted emotionally. I'm very impressed with the way Prithviv Krishna has completely backed off Zara. He's using this round entirely as an education, as a learning experience for the horse, and he has done mighty well.
He has, honestly, really, really well ridden there for Prativ and Zara. Obviously, the 4 fence drops on the 4 penalties on the first fence, but finishing in a time 72.90. Next in the arena, we have Pradeep Badoria riding Corlato, wearing head number 5 and also representing our home stables Serge. Tell us about Corlato.
It's been a while since we've seen Pradeep Badoria in competition. Corlato is a fairly, how do I put this? Is a fairly genuine horse, but you gotta get the course right with him. You can't make mistakes. He's not a forgiving horse, if you know what I mean.
Hey.
So there's a lot of rider inputs from the saddle. Yeah, you gotta get it right with him. Here we go. Pradeep Badoria approaching jump number 1 and has crossed the start line. Unfortunate to bring down pole number 1 with his hind legs.
Really preparing him for fence number 3. He knows it's going to be tricky, the combination.
As you can see, this 110 course is not going to be a problem for Corlato. He can jump probably up to 130. But a refusal there on jump number 4. And I think the rider anticipated it a couple of strides out. Fixing his tack just a little bit.
Yeah.
Going around and re-approaching 4.
Let's hope he's forgiving. We'll clear it. There we go. Well done.
Oh dear. Second refusal will result in elimination. I guess you figured out what I meant earlier. He's not the most forgiving horse to ride. You got to get your lines, your takeoffs, everything absolutely spot on with him.
But again, these are animals, right? And this is a mind game, so sometimes if it just goes wrong, either the animal can really back off and give you a lot of trouble, or can jump it and then next fence will be the next issue. So well done there to Pradeep. He also seemed to have a bit of a tack issue, so not sure if that played anything into it. But let's move on now to Yashan Kambata, and he is riding Cupido. Head collar number 56 and representing ARC. Now Yashan has surprised us with his riding this last season. He was really good. Let's see how we're going to start off this season.
He will always be competitive. There is no doubt about that. He doesn't show up to participate. He shows up to win. It's a natural instinct with him. He's never been able to curb it. And why should he?
Absolutely. And he was competing earlier today in our medium tour and placed third with his horse Troy.
Now every rider who chooses to go around 11 is putting pressure on the back end of the course, because that turn, if you turn inside 11, gives you a good 3-second edge. So Yashan, at this stage, split timing's not in his favor.
Very good clearance there over fences 6 and 7, and now coming on to the related distance 8 to 9. And perfectly ridden 7 stride through that. Approaching final fence, number 11.
Well done, well done. 75.91 and 100 on 100 for style. Very nice round there by Yashan Kambata.
Next in the arena, we have Adia Isha on Islao. Also representing our home ground here, Surge Stable, wearing head number 57.
So Islao is probably one of the Surge horses that's really happy to be back here because he's spent a few months in the heat of Pondicherry. So I'm fairly certain the weather here in Bangalore is making him smile back in his stable. Adya put in some very noteworthy performances in the recently concluded Orville Horse Show at Red Earth. Let's hope she can carry that form into the Surge Equestrian League as well.
Well, by all accounts, I don't think yesterday was any different from what he's been used to. It was a little bit warm here at our horse inspection, but he is jumping really nicely this afternoon.
Yeah, he was always a very honest sort, and I think Adya struck up a very, very good partnership with him because I remember that there were a few rounds in which he had a bit of doubt. He didn't know whether he wanted to go over the fence or not. That doubt seems to have been completely eliminated now. He's moving forward, and it looks like Adya has a very trustworthy partner under her at this point. Oh, that was unfortunate, and certainly the takeoff was way too far away from the jump. I think the rider will certainly agree that that was human error as against equine.
And an unfortunate drop of a second pole there on the final fence. So that will be 8 penalties there and a time of 75.49.
When she watches this back later this evening on clipmyhorse.tv, she, I hope and I think, will agree with me. Takeoff spot for jump number 9 was just way too far away from the jump.
But it's the landing after that fence. If you're doing the related distance, you've got to know that you've got to go for it. There was a bit of hesitation after the land and then trying to pick up the speed again into 9, and it cost her dearly on that fence. Next in the arena, we have Gatika riding Valentine from Surge Stable, head collar number 2.
Now Gitika has had a wonderful clear round this morning, which I hope has given her a lot of confidence. Valentine is her old warhorse. He has won so many competitions for her with her, and bringing him out in this 110 should just be right up Gitika's alley.
And quite comfortable in that turn too, so not taking the long stride, but really do cutting forward. Let's see if she cuts any more as we go forward. 3AB cleared.
Nice angle there to get over 4. Lines her up very nicely for the fan jump at 5.
And I can understand why you say it's a warhorse. He just seems to be so confident as well going forward with her.
Oh, he has all the experience in the world, and he loves Gitika. He'll jump Mount Everest for her.
Lovely to see a horse like this with a young rider just building up their confidence and just assuring them every step of the way, especially when they ride different horses in the middle. But here we are, fence 11, and it's clear there for fence 11, and in a time of 72.46.
It's a confidence-driven game, and Gitika, I think, has just found her mojo. To get 2 clear rounds in a day, Gitika, think about the last 6 months. Boy, she would have given an arm and a leg for those over the last 6 months. And now, in one day, she gets 2 of them, and she's right up there on the podium. Well done, young lady.
She's very pleased with that as she exits the arena, so well done. Next up, we have Adhav Kandhasamy on Luca, representing Kovai Stable. Now, this is his second round in this class, so let's see what he can do. And a very good clearance there on fence number 1 and number 2. And deciding to take the inside turn from 3B to number 4 and clears that. 5 clear, but taking the outer turn on this one to really prepare for fence number 6. Ooh, a little knock of the pole on 7, but it has stayed up, so far we are clear. Clear through 9 as well. Now he's pushing him forward to approach the combination in front of the grandstand.
Adhav is probably really trying hard to regain his lead. He's gonna do better than he did in his first round. And is that enough? Is that enough? No, it's not. It's not. It's close, but not good enough. Very nice round there by Adhav, but listen, beating 61.02 set by Captain is going to be a tall task for anyone. And if anyone can do it, it's got to be someone from Kovai. And right now, Senthil Nathan on T9 is probably going to give it a red hot go. He's going to have to cut the corners. He's going to have to gallop between the jumps that have a bit of distance between them. Starts off well enough. Now, that's where Captain won this round, if you ask me. The turn in from 2 to 3, it was fantastic, and he was the only one who's done it. Now, having said that, Senthil just, oh wow, forced T9 over pretty much, picked him up and put him over that jump at Senthil. He's getting competitive for the podium now, isn't he? Split timings still in Captain's favor at this stage. Senthil's gonna have to do something pretty amazing during the second half of this course if he wants to. Oh dear, he didn't see his distance there at all. Takeoff was way too early. Absolutely destroyed that jump. Like a bowling ball going through pins.
Yes, sometimes when you're chasing the time, you push into the speed and the horse will take off too early.
And as he rode past us just now, very sweetly, he was saying to T9, sorry, that was my bad. I love riders who accept that it was their fault and don't blame their horse. So well done there, Senthil.
Right, and next in the arena, we're just going to wait for the fence to be rebuilt at 8 before the judges will ring the bell. But we welcome Hiba Gabriel. She's riding Freezing Rain, representing FSS, and she has head number 48. Also second round in this competition, in this class, correct? Yes.
We were very impressed with her yesterday. Freezing Rain gave her a torrid time in the clear rounds, and I was mighty impressed with how well she handled him, let him know who's the boss, and yet there was a feminine touch to it, so very impressive, very impressive. He's not an easy horse to ride, not by any stretch of imagination. Freezing Rain is a handful.
And you can see he's not changed much from yesterday. He still hasn't settled into his stride, but let's have a look what Hiba can do.
The thing with him is, once you get him going on a course, he tends to sort of concentrate a bit more. But he's always been like this. He's always been showy and, just very full of himself.
But looking very settled for now. And really eating that up.
Here's another horse who spent a fair amount of time here at Surge. He jumped 150s previously. So he can jump. It's with him, it's just all about getting him in the right headspace. Jumping is not a problem with him.
And also needs a very confident rider.
I think Hiba has cracked the code with this chap. I mean, I don't know how. I'd love to ask her because... Whoop.
And now it's about holding him back before... Yeah.
Oh dear, she got a bit flat there going into 9. Brought that pole down. Unfortunate there.
Another rattle there on 10A, but stayed up. And clear on 11. So just 4 penalties for her there. Ooh. In a time of 71.38.
She jumped 1 extra fence. I don't know how that affects her result. I'm just going to wait for the judges to let us know. Well, she jumped 1 extra jump after the finish, almost to show us that, listen, once he starts jumping, he can go.
But I'll fix it.
Yeah, I dropped 1, so can we, sort of even it out because I jumped 1 extra. But very impressive by the young lady. This horse is an absolute handful, is Freezing Rain, and I think she's doing a marvelous job with him.
All right, we're moving now into our final 2 riders for this class, and back in the arena this afternoon we have Kiran Akhade, and this time he is on Geronimo, representing URB and in head number 43.
I'm getting that feeling that Amogha Datla has demoralized the rest of the riders, where you're not even really seeing anyone go for the kill. They're like 61 and change. What? Got in from 2 to 3. What?
He definitely set it this afternoon, and the riders that followed so far have not really had an answer for him, but still got 3 to go. Let's see how we fare. We're just waiting for the judges to ring their bell once they are ready. And there we have it. The bell now has rung for Kiran and Geronimo from URB.
This is another combination, Diane, that has been very successful at much higher courses. They've regularly won 130s, 140s. And Geronimo is the kind of horse who can challenge for speed. He has speed in abundance. He covers a lot of ground going around the course.
Lots of encouragement coming out of the stands at the moment, but this is a very...
Oh dear, and he has a refusal there at the fan. Jump number 5. Didn't like the look of the angle at which he was presented, it would seem.
And that's the test, speed and agility sometimes. But just making sure you keep the momentum going and consistency in the approach to the fence so the horse knows what it's doing.
As you can see, there's a change in gears completely. He's backed off. And that's what mature riders do. Once they know that there's no point in pushing for the podium, most good mature riders will always ease off, let the rest of the round belong to the horse rather than the rider. Let it be a good experience for the equine athlete.
Absolutely, and that really is what makes a good equestrian. Knowing the difference, knowing when to back off, because if you don't, you could have trouble later on. These horses are very quick to decide that they're going to make an attitude adjustment, and we don't want to see it in the middle of a round.
Lovely to watch for the rest of his round was Kiran Akhade, and he gets a warm round of applause from the grandstand as well. Right, coming in for the third time today is Nikolay on Cadillac, representing Embassy International Riding School. Now, Cadillac is a real character.
You had the same comment yesterday. I was going to ask for a beat.
I mean, he is so coltish. He's such a stallion. I usually say that about Nikolay, but Cadillac utterly and completely overshadows him.
And you can see already the expression on Cadillac. He does like to do that a lot before his first jump.
Oh, very unfortunate there. Brings down pole number 1.
And you don't know who'll be more disappointed, the horse or the rider. But you can see now, taking the same option, opening up on the turns, using this now as a training exercise, just so we don't unsettle the horse and really just build up his confidence and just a bit more structure as he goes around this round.
I'm fairly certain that that is the macro objective for most of the horses that Nikolay has brought here to the SEL. He really wants his horses to learn how to travel, to build up some confidence, to get them to jump different courses at different sort of venues, because the MC International Riding School is always looking to do that, because they have like over 100 horses easily, and they're always getting in some new young ones. And there is no alternative for experience. It's what everyone really needs in this game. Well done, Nikolay, and well done, Cadillac. I'm fairly certain Nikolay will be mighty pleased with that round.
Absolutely, he should be, and it's a beautiful horse. We liked him yesterday, and we definitely like him again today. Lots of potential coming up through there. Into the arena now, we have Saravanan, and he is riding Isma Boy in head collar number 30, representing Kovai Stable. Now, Isma Boy did really well this morning in the novice class, coming in second place. So let's see what we can do here. This is obviously a little bit higher in size on these jumps, but let's have a look at what this combination is going to deliver this afternoon.
I think beating 61 seconds might just be a bridge too far, even for the Kovai riders. That was just an insane round with Captain. I mean, I'm just so happy for him. So happy for him. Because he's an absolute darling of a horse. So gentle. You could put a baby on him and he'd be just fine. Such an absolute gentleman of a horse is Captain.
Oh, he's a soft spot. Definitely a soft spot there. But
getting back to Isma Boy and Saravanan.
the Clear there on 1, and not a bad turn there into 2.
The minute you go around jump number 6, you are behind the 8 ball. And with that drop at 3A, that's it. It's official. Captain has won the small tour in April. He's getting a warm round of applause from the grandstand. I'm sure they have put in a lot of hard work and effort with him to get him to this stage.
And going through here on the related distance to number 9, clear on 9. Clear there in front of the... No, drop on the final point of the combination there. Clear on 11 and a time 77.56.
Well, folks, that's it for the small tour. You can take a look at the tentative results on the Nominate app, but we're going to show you some highlights, and we will come back to you very shortly with the official results from the judges' box.
And here we have our results for the small tour. In 6th place this afternoon, we had Adhav Kandhasamy riding Obito. 5th place went to Kiran Akhade on Dolce Vita. 4th place went to Adhav Kandhasamy, again to 2nd round on Luca. AJS on Coca Canan Z came in 3rd place. Basavraju Milan S took the 2nd slot this afternoon, and our winner in our small tour went over to Amogha Datla on Captain 16. Congratulations to all of our riders and competitors, and of course our winners. Please stay tuned for our next class, which will be starting shortly. We're just adjusting some of the fences for our under 16 small tour.